Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy from greentdesignco, and today I am going to show you a project share. This is going out to Tammy's Creative Cards, and I will link her down below. And she is having a 50th birthday challenge. So all she has asked for was a Memdex card, so I made her one of those. But she had a bunch of other things on there that you could make and for extra points. And I love this paper pad. This is a Prima Spring Farmhouse. And I've used it for a couple other projects, and I was trying to finish up the pad. So I just kept making and making and making. So I'm sending all this to her for her 50th birthday. You can't beat 50. So first she wanted a birthday card, so I just made a little 3x3 card. And so I'm going to move all this out of the way just so we can show it one by one. And there we go. All right. So the first thing is this birthday card. And let me quick check, make sure I'm in frame. Yep. Okay. And this is just a little 3x3 card, and again it's using the Spring Farmhouse. I used the Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz Vintage Photo and did the edges on this and stamped a little happy birthday. I made one of my little roses, and again for those roses I've got a tutorial. I'll link that tutorial below also. I used this punch by EK Tools, and I use this one for the this tiny punch, and then I have the bigger one for the bigger flowers I did. And then I have this little doily die that I cut out of gold foil cardstock, and then these were just from one of the sheets of the paper, and I just fussy cut around them. So that's what it is. Just add a little flower and my note inside. So that is her birthday card. She asked for a Memdex card, so this is my Memdex card, and this is one of the roses I was talking about that I made, and I used the larger EK Tools die, and that is, let me see if I can grab that one. That is this one, and it's EK Tools, and this is the larger one. So I use that one for these big flowers, and I do punch out 5 for each flower. So this one I made it as a pocket, a library pocket, and then you just pull out this little card, and it's just, the card has my information on the back. I hand dyed some seam binding, and then I made a little topper. I sewed it down the middle, added some trim and some eyelash trim, and made a little rosette in the green, added some lace, and another little some cutouts from the paper pad, and that fits right in there. So that's her Memdex card. And then she also asked for, you could get some more points if you did a tag flip. So I made this tag flip, and I made a cover for the tag flip. So the cover of the tag flip is a shaker. You can see that. And what I did was I took some of the Spring Farmhouse paper, and I made some acetate, and I did do a tutorial on how to make your own acetate, and I'll link that below. So this is I make your own acetate, and then I sewed this with a pink thread and made a little bow, added some seam binding, some more hand dyed seam binding, and some gold thread, and another piece I cut out from the collection. Then you just take this little elastic, I hook that on through there with a button, so that just opens up, and then you have your tag flips. So I made a couple little tags, and these were from cut-aparts from the collection. So there's the second one, and the roses have a wonderful day, it says. And then this the goose with the flowers, and another crepe paper rosette and some gold thread. And I stitched on, not all of them, but most of them. This one is another one of the cut aparts, and I made them all into tags. I sewed, made some ruffle out of some hand-dyed paper. You did some fussy cutting, added a little, this is also from the one of the sheets, and fussy cut out this little pig and added some seam binding behind him. I just love this collection. I think it's so pretty. Here's another one of the cut-aparts. Added a little butterfly, mason jar with some flowers, and another one of those ruffled papers in gold foil this time. And then I fussy cut out this little bunny and popped him up on a pop dot. This next one was the garden cut-apart. So I added some of the garden vegetables and some mushrooms, and then another one of the ruffled gold little ephemeras. Added another green crepe paper rosette and another little ivory flower with a little gemmy. Next one is another cut apart. Added a butterfly and another one of those gold foil doilies. Added some iridescent thread on this one, and then some of the cut apart, or another piece of cut apart or fussy cut around that off of one of the sheets. I used one sheet and I just used all the little designs on it and used them as ephemera, since I didn't have the ephemera pack for this. Added another ivory bow. Here I made another one of those my roses that I like to make, and then added some of that hand-dyed paper and my hand-dyed ribbon seam binding, and then another little cut apart of the mushroom. So that is the last of it. So that is my tag flip, and that again just wraps. The cover closes with a little elastic. And that closes up real nice like that. And then next, she wanted an altered tag, so I made this tag, and this tag is with some vellum, and I made that into a shaker. So there's a little shaker mix inside there. Made a couple more of my flowers, and then added some lace and some punched out leaves. And there's that tag. And then I made a little envelope. I'm going to move these to the side here. I made a stuffed pocket. So that was another thing on her list, so I did that. And then she also had a chunky charm, so I made a chunky charm. So this is a bunch of different laces, and then I added a little chunky, some beads that I wrapped, wire wrapped, and made some little bead charms on here. There's a couple. There we go. I love this one. So that's that one, and that's with a lobster claw, so she could take that off and use that. This is just a belly band, and that comes off. And I did make some a snippet roll with this also. So I don't know if you can see this. This is a snippet roll. So I took a bunch of the cut aparts and made different little things that you can snip off and use. So that one is, I took parts of that snippet roll and made this belly band. So there's that, and then this is the paper, and that's the back. So when you open it up, the first page has it's sewn, and then I added a iridescent pocket, and then inside this iridescent pocket, I gave her some. There's all sorts of different. This is the vellum sheets. So there's a bunch of the different vellum sheets in this pocket. And then in the next pocket down here is another one of those pieces from that snippet roll. I gave her some die cuts. Again, I die cut a bunch of different things with this paper collection. And then I made this cute little bag topper. This is also part of that snippet roll. Added a little flower and some lace. And then in this pocket, I also gave her a few of the little die cuts. Or the cut aparts, I'm sorry. So that's on this left side. Get that back in there. There we go. That slides right in there. And then this page is another one piece from that snippet roll, and then I added this little barn that I cut out from that sheet. Added another one of my roses and some of that hand-dyed paper I did. And then this is a pocket. So in this pocket I made a little tab, and then you pull this out, and then this has, it's probably really glared, but some bag toppers. Bag toppers were another thing on her list, so I added some bag toppers, all parts of the collection. And this one also was part of that snippet roll, but these were just parts of the ephemera that I cut out. So that fits right in this cute little pocket. And it has a nice little tab she can pull on. Then on this piece, she wanted some just ephemera, so I made 2 pieces of ephemera, and these are again from my snippet roll. I just cut up 2 of the pieces from my snippet roll and added a little bit of ephemera, make them a little bit chunkier. Added some little gems to them, so thought that those turned out really cute. And then in this last pocket, well, first I paper clipped, or this is a little clothespin. I made her a little sequins mix, and it's got the butterflies and the same colors that are in this package and this collection. You can see that matches really nice. And then here I made one of my stitched ruffle papers, and then I added a butterfly with the acetate wings and some of the green eyelash trim with iridescent, and so that's that one. Then she also asked for bows, so that was another thing you could get points for, so I made her some bows. I made gold foil bows, and then I added, cut out some paper from the collection, and then added some those matching jemmies. And then I gave her, I hand dyed some seam binding, so I gave her some of my hand dyed seam binding for her to use. So just an extra little goodie. So this all fits in here, just like this. Oh, my paper clip is, or my, oh, I'll have to get a new one of those. So that's that. This will have to go back. So that is my, let me stick this back in here. That is my entry for Tammy's 50th birthday challenge. And Tammy, I hope you like it. I tried to put some stuff in. I know you like to make cards. So I tried to put some stuff in that you could use in your cards. And I really hope you enjoy what I made. I had so much fun making it. I really love this collection. I'm going to have to add this back onto my charm. It fell off. But I think it turned out really cute. And I'll be so sad when this paper collection is totally gone. I have a few more scraps left that I can maybe squeeze a few more items. Oh, wait, there's one more item. I forgot. What did I do with that? Here we go. She also asked for a wand. So I made a wand too. So with the wand, I made a large crepe paper rosette, and then I added one of my giant flowers that I make. Added a few little flowers from Prima flowers that are on there. Made a few leaves from the seam binding. Added some punched little ferns and some gold thread, and added some of this pretty ribbon that matches the collection. So that is the wand. So that is all, and that is going to be heading off to Tammy for her 50th birthday challenge this week. Hope you have a happy birthday, Tammy. See you in the next crafty video.